of the guy on the phone for a second date update today.
Really?
Because he went out on a date with someone who works in one of the sexiest professions ever. Like, think of the sexiest job out there. And he was able to score a date with a meter maid. Man, meter maids always so hot. They're out there working the pole all day long.
Oh, like the parking meter
Yeah,
pole?
parking meter poles. That's what they do. They work the
very
poles.
Short pole,
They
sir.
give you tickets.
And then they scream at you when you say, "Hey, I was just about to move my car," and
They got their little golf cart Cushman vehicles that they roll around in. And usually amazing calves. A lot of walking in that job. But Eric's on the phone for a second date update. Eric, how did you score a date with a meter maid?
Well, I never thought I would do it, but she was leaving me a ticket, and I was like, oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. I was so angry.
Yeah, because she was hot. Oh, because you're angry. Sorry.
Then I noticed her, and she looked hot, her little uniform and her cute little shoes, and I'm like, wow,
Sexy meter maid uniform. We all know it very well.
Hey, if you can look hot in that outfit, I was just thinking of the possibility.
But here's the thing, like, as a meter maid, I can't imagine thinking that someone is actually hitting on you. Like, I would think you were doing it as a ploy to try to get out of a ticket.
I knew she might think that, so I had to be, like, extra creative. I waited till she got, like, a couple cars down, and then I walked up to her and I go, hey, you gave me this ticket, but I see you left your phone number on there so I could call you. And, of course, she was like, what? No, I didn't. And I go, yeah, you did. And I showed it to her. And she goes, that's not my phone number. And I go, oh, that's right. That's my phone number. So maybe you should call me.
Oh, wow.
I wrote it on a little stub so I could rip it off. So I handed her the tiny little stub.
So you cited me for parking illegally. I'm citing you for being too hot in a non-sexy zone.
Oh, my gosh. All of this is so horrible. I cannot believe you got a call back.
Honestly, she laughed. I don't think she wanted to, but she had to. She laughed. She thought it was cute. And so I thought, all right, maybe I got a chance here.
Okay.
I went home and I waited. And I'm like, didn't happen. Boom. And she texted me.
Well, that's a lot of sound effects in the description of what happened. Bam, boom. And
But I get it.
I'm Italian. What can I say?
Well, I hope you were making those sound effects by yourself when you got home and sat down. So she texted you, and did you guys actually go out on a date?
We did. We went out for a date. We went out to dinner.
Please tell me you took her meter maid patrol car on the date.
that would be so amazing.
You got to park anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was driving in the middle. I was sitting in the back.
Shut up.
No, I took her to dinner. And, I mean, I'm not going to lie. She looked gorgeous in her uniform, but she was just stunning when she came out in a dress. And you're like, you were a meter maid? I mean, she should be a model.
So how was dinner? I mean, what was she like? I've always been curious, like, what those people are like in the real world.
Those people, I can only judge on one that I've met. The coolest thing, I swear to God, this sounds weird. A lot of times you take a girl out to dinner, they don't eat much. They try to pretend like they don't eat much. She went full out ribs. She ordered the full-on plate.
Meter maids like ribs. Got it.
You didn't comment on that, though, right?
Not initially. I didn't comment initially, but I probably did a little later. Well, after I had a few drinks, I think I made some kind of joke that, that she eats like my brother.
Sure she liked that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to be funny about it, but, I don't know if in retrospect it was the smartest decision on my part, but, the drinks were talking at that point.
Were you obviously drunk?
I don't know if I was obviously drunk, but I think to her I was. I probably had 4 cocktails, maybe 3. I don't think I finished my 4th. She sipped on 1 glass of wine all night and didn't even finish that. She kept herself in control. And I got a little...
I feel like on a date, you should always stay drink to drink with your date so that you always know you're going to be on the same level.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping for, to be honest with you.
No, not
So
for
after-
her to drink a lot. That's as much, dude.
I should have stayed with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Like after you ordered your 3rd one, you should have been like, I'm not going to order a 4th just yet.
But you know how it goes. After you hit your 2nd, you're about halfway through your 3rd, you're like, let's just keep going.
Yeah, before you know it, you're doing lines in front of her while she's still working on her glass of wine. I know how it goes.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
How did things end, Eric?
Well, they ended pretty nice. I go, hey, do you want to go get a nightcap somewhere? And
I see you couldn't finish that wine there. Do you want to get another glass of wine somewhere else and not finish it?
well, she was like, no, I got an early day tomorrow. She pulled that one on me.
So wait, how did things end well if that's how they ended?
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't say if they ended great or they ended terribly. She just sort of made it seem like I got to get home. And, you know, it wasn't super late, 10:30-ish, I guess. And so I took her home and tried to kiss her. I got the old kiss on the cheek. And I said, okay, so I'll call you and let's go out again. And then I haven't heard back. So I don't know why. I felt like I did a pretty good job on the date. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I really enjoyed her company.
All right, well, we'll see if we can get you another chance then and play a song and come right back and get your second date update next.
That would be great.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Eric is on the phone today, and Eric met the girl that he wants to call while she was giving him a parking ticket. He looked at her, and all he could think was, like a cop. Parked illegally.
I think that was your jam back in the
Mrs.
day.
I love that song, Mrs. Officer by Lil Wayne. I know that's what's going through Eric's head when he was getting a parking ticket. But anyway, he hit her up. She said yes, and they went out, had dinner. He thinks that the problem is he got a little too drunk at dinner and was a little annoying, and also made reference to the fact that she ate a lot of food. He thinks that might have upset her, so we're about to get her on the phone and find out what happened because she hasn't called him.
And if those are the things, like you drank too much, what's your plan to win her back?
My plan is to take her on a day date, go hiking.
Oh,
Okay.
no drinking.
A sober date.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Until you find mushrooms out there, and then you maybe eat the mushrooms. Some mushrooms that are out there.
I'll pack something.
All right, hey, what's her name, by the way? I don't think I ever got her name from you.
Cora.
Yeah, dude, it happened again. I don't know if anybody else is hearing it, but I'm hearing that Lil Wayne song in my head again. I'm hearing your sexy name.
I don't know that you get an
Her
officer.
name was Cora.
Do you get an officer when you're a meter maid?
I think
Do you
you're
get
still.
that as part of a title?
We'll find out. We'll
All
call
right.
her
Yeah, let's ask her.
right now.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Cora, please?
this is she.
Hey, Cora, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. We play all the hits. I don't know if you've heard this one before. That's that Lil Wayne song, Miss Officer. I don't know if you've ever heard that song before. We play that song at one point.
Okay, I'm sorry, can I help you?
Yes, you can. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you and asked us to give you a call.
Sorry, I'm very confused. Want me to do something?
You're not going to arrest me, are you?
Okay,
Oh,
Jubal,
God.
stop with that.
What are you talking about?
Well, you went on a date a little while ago with a dude named Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Eric emailed us because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Eric is confused. He said he liked you a lot, but he also says that after your date, you haven't called him back.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
He also said that you only drank half a glass of wine at dinner, which in my world that usually means that you wanted to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, he was, he was interesting.
Wait, is that a positive or a negative interesting?
Questionable.
Uh-huh.
Question.
Oh.
Can you describe from your side of things what it was like?
I don't know. He kept doing this thing, making sound effects.
Yeah,
That was the
we-
red flag.
we noticed that about him. He tends to talk in sound effects quite a bit. We're like, so boom, I was sitting there and then bam, you know?
Right. I guess the one that stood out was he ordered pasta, and then when it came, he was like, he was like, that's the pasta, bow.
That sounds fun, actually.
The pasta bow.
Was that
Date with
embarrassing?
Mario Brothers.
Was that embarrassing for you?
Not at first. It was just kind of like, energy. But then the more that he drank, which like I'm not against drinking, it's not like that. It just like intensified by like 1,000%.
So it went from like funny and amusing to obnoxious.
Yeah, he starts asking about like turn-ons and turn-offs.
That's always a good first date topic.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I feel like that's pretty normal though for first date, right?
what turns you on?
Like in a person or like
Oh,
in
like
bedroom.
likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Well, you say turn on. That's all I can think of. Like, hey, so real quick, let's talk about what gets you going.
I think she meant like they were talking about what you expect in a significant other or what you look for in a date.
So we're talking about like turn on, turn offs, like what are you looking for? What's your whatever about life kind of in general. And he got really serious and he's like, I got to tell you something. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, honestly, if she wasn't my biological sister, my sister would be my ideal woman.
Oh, ick.
Gross.
I mean, I guess at least he drew the line.
I do not feel the same way as you do about that.
What did you say?
Well, I didn't really say anything, and he could see I was shocked. So then he took out his phone and started showing me pictures to justify what he said.
Wait, hold up. So he was justifying it by showing you physical attributes of her? Like, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, maybe he just thinks his sister's an awesome person.
No, I think it's mainly physical.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It was really, really, really uncomfortable.
I don't think he knew that upset you, though, or that you thought that was weird, because he didn't bring that up to us at all.
Or he doesn't remember. He was drunk.
Yeah, so that is the long story of why I have not contacted him.
Right.
okay.
Well, he's been waiting for your phone call. Probably talks to his sister every day. They probably talk all the time. But he's been waiting for your phone call. And I do have to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
He wants to talk to me?
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe he wishes you were his sister, but he still wants to talk.
Do I have to?
Yes, please talk to me. How are you?
I think you know how she is.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I don't see what the problem is, though. I mean, my sister's very good looking, just like you are. That was what I was trying to get across. You saw the picture. She's got a great figure.
Oh, my God.
And I was trying to say, you're a lot like my sister. You got a really nice figure like she does, and pretty. And then I don't want to date my sister, but, when I look at you, I think of her. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Wow,
that's
that made it worse. What are you doing, dude?
Oh, my God.
But in a good way.
There's nothing good about that. We were going down a list of turn-ons and turn-offs and what we like, and that was the first thing you brought up. That's not okay. If I would have said that about my brother, you would have equally have been as disgusted with that as I was. That's not okay.
If your brother was good-looking and hot, I would have liked to have seen pictures of him too. If you were comparing, I mean, it's a compliment.
Oh, I don't think it is a compliment. I think there's something wrong with your mind if that's what you think it is.
But that's why I said if we weren't related. That just cancels it all. That means
no, it doesn't cancel it. Once you say your sister's sexy, you've always said your sister's sexy, no matter what.
And you
Yeah.
and you believe? Does your
Now
sister?
wait a second. I'll objectively say my sister is hot. Is that wrong?
Well, yeah, it is. When you're looking to hook up with somebody and thinking of your sister, it's wrong.
Well, I wouldn't be thinking of her. It's just
Does your sister know you find her this attractive?
I tell her that she's gorgeous every day. It doesn't bother her. She enjoys it.
It's a close family.
Well, there's 7 of us. I got 3 sisters. She happens to be the hottest.
Oh, man, your other sister.
I mean, is that weird to just tell somebody that they're really good looking, even
you
though
can
we're related? If it's like a distance, I'm looking over there. There she is.
There she is, right across the dinner table on Thanksgiving Day, hot as always.
Look, I don't want to touch my sister. I don't want to touch her body because we're related.
Oh.
But I'd like to touch a body like hers.
You're just making it worse,
Very
Eric.
honest here. Is there something wrong with honesty?
There's something wrong with being physically attracted to your sister. That's just all
I'm
that
not-
it comes down to.
I'm physically attracted to her and Cora. All I'm trying to say is you remind me of my sister. You're hot like my sister. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, my God. Well, I don't want to be hot like your sister.
Well, too late, Cora. Sounds like you already are hot like sister.
Okay.
Would you like to go out with Eric, though, on a second date? We will pay for it.
Oh, no.
Oh, shocker.
Really? How about another date? No family talk. No, I won't talk about my sister. You don't talk about your brother. Nothing. Just no.
No.
You're not going to win this one, Eric.
Well, I'm bummed out, but I'm just say, Cora, you were really cool, but you're making a big mistake, and you're missing out on one big old Italian, honey.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
Well, Eric, what are you doing with the rest of your day? I know it's going to be a tough day for you that you got turned down.
I don't know, whatever. I'll be fine.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
hopefully
that's
maybe you
good
can give your
attitude.
sister a call, talk to you about it. Or maybe you got dinner plans later with the family?
Yeah, very funny. I get what you're saying, but you guys don't realize my sister is hot. Maybe I'll send you a picture.
Email it